Time for the spotlight. Oh, welcome to the spotlight with Herbert Dennard. Oh, welcome to the spotlight. Middle Georgia spotlight. Yeah.
Good day and welcome to the Middle Georgia Spotlight. I'm your host, Herbert Dennard, and I have with me Alex Habersham. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Habersham, you've been publishing the Black Pages how long?
35 years.
How did you get started?
Well, I got started out of the need to try to publicize African American businesses. And to the day, we do not begin to take advantage of a familiar and a phenomenal resource that we have, and that's the greenback dollar bill. And that greenback dollar bill, if properly spent, and if we could get it to circulate more in our community, then we could uplift the community by helping those businesses, which in turn will help the businesses, so help the community. So the Black Pages is designed to familiarize, identify, and promote those businesses with the purpose of getting African American and other consumers to spend money with those businesses. So I said that needs to be a resource for that. So I started the Black Pages in 1991.
I think you are doing an absolute marvelous job. However, I heard recently that this is your last Black Pages. Kind of show it up so the people can see it.
Yeah, well, this is the last printed edition.
Printed edition.
This is the last printed edition. We will continue the Black Pages, but you got to flex with the times.
Tell them about flexibility.
This is a technological age. So what we're going to do, rather than worrying about having a physical publication, we're going to have a digital publication, where people can get it on their phone or their tablet, but still provide the same kind of exposure for our businesses. And everything is going in that direction. If you look at the statistics on newspapers, a lot of newspapers have either gone out of business or they are trying to direct their attention more toward technology and television, and most importantly, the internet. So we'll use the internet where we'll have those businesses available for people to identify by category on their phone and on an app.
So if you said, hypothetically, if you had a church that wanted to be in your Black Pages, or you had a business that wanted to be in your Black Pages, how would the people know where it is?
Well, first of all, they could just Google Macon Black Pages. And then once they get to the website, then it's by category. So, then there's a menu. So if you want an artist, if you want a bakery, if you want a caterer, if you want a restaurant, there's an outline by category. So you just click on caterers. If you want a caterer, boom, all the caterers. And that's true for now. My website now has the same thing. So this is going digital is nothing new, but we're going to emphasize it more, and we're going to make the people familiar with it, because unfortunately, I think it's kind of unfortunate, at a fast pace, everything is moving digital. You can't even go to the bank and just see a teller. You got to go to a kiosk. To catch an airplane, you got to go to a kiosk. Now, it's unfair to old folk like you with gray hair.
Old folks. and I see nothing but black in front of me with your hair.
But that's where it's going. So what we will do, we will publicize it and promote it so people will have the ease of use and at least know how they can find the businesses and find the website, so we can have the same kind of impact and function with the digital version that we have had with the hard copy for 35 years.
What I have found, I've been visiting different places and barbershops and beauty shops and businesses, and I see the Black Pages there. But pardon the pun, this old gray hair used to picking up something and looking at it, but now you're saying I got a dot to get it, and I wonder how the masses will follow you there.
Well, what I would suggest to you is that it'll be about 4 or 5 years for all of these businesses out of business. Put one of these in your back pocket so you can dot. Because you have to you have to transform with the times. Now, what we do have a responsibility to do is to bring people along, and that's what I do. You know, we bring people along, and there will be other ways that you can do it because, you know, even with voice, you know, hey Google, hey Siri, find me a black business in the black pages is that a black restaurant in the black pages, boom. You know, so we have to train some people on that, but a lot of people already know it. But I agree that, you know, you don't need to just ignore, you know, tradition and what people are accustomed to. But, you know, that's where it's going. And, you know, it's very, very expensive. It's very, very expensive to do these hard copies. So this is going to, the 26, 27, we're going to print one more. This is the second to the last edition. We'll print one more. It's going to be called the 35th anniversary edition. And if you want to learn more about it, can I plug it?
Go ahead, plug it.
If you want to learn more about being a part of it, if you want to advertise, you got a business you want to advertise in. But one thing I'm going to do, and I'm glad Dr. Ficklin is here, I'm going to let good friends of mine, you know, congratulate the Black Pages. You know, we're going to have a page with a lot of people who say congratulations to the Black Pages for Alex Habersham and the Black Pages for 35 years, and then they could do that congratulatory spot for $100.
Let me tell you something that I wonder. I just wonder, how will the people pay for, not this Black Pages, the new generation that pay for something they can't have in their hand just on the internet, on Facebook or wherever you put it at, or whatever you have. I'm wondering how they change it, the mindset change from where they are now to do that.
First of all, it's not a financial mindset because the Black Pages is free. You know, so they don't have to.
But they can look in it.
Yeah, they can look in it.
And advertising.
Yeah, we're going to have advertising on the internet. Once they go to that page, they'll be able to see it, and it's there now.
Let me say something.
Go ahead.
I know you're smart.
I am smart.
I'm looking forward to shine, your smartness shine in the new, not this one coming up. This is the one now. This next one, when you get into that situation where you have it online. I know you can figure it out. I know you're smart, and I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Yes, sir. And let me say something to you. I appreciate the opportunity, and now you don't need to sing to me because I want to sing to you something. I appreciate all you've done. I appreciate all you've done for business. I appreciate all you've done for the community. They did not make a mistake when they named that building down on 3rd Street.
I love you, man.